welcome to Gunpowder, Fiction.and.plot. I'm Scott.
The meanie. And I'm Nelle, the nice person.
Why are you the nice person and I'm the meanie?
Because you always look our poor dog up.
Otherwise, he jumps on me and tries to have sex with my arm.
Just loving you.
Next time somebody tries to have sex with your arm, I'm going to tell you that they're just loving you.
Poor dog.
So today we have something a bit different, a bit cool, I reckon. We've got a trivia quiz.
Because Scott likes to make trivia quizzes. So we'll see if you think that this is Scott being a giant nerd or if you think it's a bit of fun. We're going to do 2 rounds each.
Everybody on here is a giant nerd.
No, you're a giant. When I call Scott a giant nerd, I mean he is an enormously large person and a nerd. I'm not measuring his nerdishness.
I feel like you're using these words wrong. Anyway.
So we're going to do 3 rounds each of 6 questions.
Yes.
And then at the end, we're going to come back and go through the answers.
Yes. So, what you should all do is pause this right now, go, get yourself a pint of tea and some salt and vinegar biscuits.
What? No! You hurt my brain.
We just combine things. Divide yourself up into teams. You know, husbands versus wives is often a good team. I like to play people versus pets.
Because he likes to stack the deck in his favour.
They give you a good run, but sooner or later they'll eat the pencil and they can't write their answers.
Anyway, grab a pen and paper and something to snack on, and then we'll do some questions, and then you can count up your wins and losses at the end.
Round 1. Alright, so this round I'm going to read you 3 characters and you're going to tell me which author wrote those characters. I feel like I need to talk slow and precise, but actually what I'm going to do is when we're editing it, I'm going to put a little thing down the bottom.
With some text.
Yeah,
I think that's important. And you're just going to give them time to write in between each question.
Yeah. Okay, question number 1. The Artful Dodger, Estelle Havisham and Javis Lorry were all written by which author?
And then we have some thinking music.
Oh yeah, we could practice our singing.
Don't.
Greens.
No, just stop.
No?
I've saved you all.
No. I will never be a minstrel at this rate.
Question 2.
Question number 2. Have you all had time to write those names yet? If you don't, you can just rewind it. Bathsheba Everdene, Eustacia Vi, Tess Durbeyfield. Bathsheba Everdene, Eustacia Vi, Tess Durbeyfield. I feel like we definitely need to have something entertaining to do in between questions.
Maybe you should juggle.
I've got my phone and nothing else.
No.
There's shoes on the ground.
Things that seem bad. Okay, yep. Next question.
Next question. Is that enough time?
Oh, you can slow the tape down when you edit.
I can put thinking music in between. Dun, dun, dun. Question 3. Grace Marks, Laura Chase and Snowman. Which author wrote those characters?
Ooh. I like that one.
And do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This doesn't feel like, we should talk about something.
Maybe you should cut in footage of the Welsh countryside.
Yeah.
Us thinking music, visual thinking music.
That time when we had to give way to sheep and there was no crossing.
Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah. Question number 4. Who wrote the characters Mr. Harlequin, Justice Lawrence John Wargrave, and the husband and wife team, Tommy and Prudence Beresford? there's a lot of like empty space in this.
You're an empty space.
So we kind of like implied that. Do you know what I did? I didn't tell you this week. Do you know what I did that was horrible this week? I hit a wombat with the car.
Oh, you said.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Don't
I was
do
glad
that.
the car survived.
It's quite shocking, to be honest, that both the car and the wombat survived.
Oh, the wombat always survives. They're made out
That's a
of
wombat.
rocks.
Question number 5. Natasha Rostova, Konstantin Dmitriev Levin, and Ivan Ilyich. I'm really trying to practice my diction with those words.
You're so weird.
We should like show the books that you've hauled in between the questions so that people who know the answer have something to do other than eating their weird biscuits.
No, that's why you don't have weird biscuits. And just be comfortable with your own making a gap.
Silence. Alright, question number 6 and the last question for this round. Which author wrote the characters Desdemona, Cordelia, and Macduff? Are you ready for your round?
Yeah, my round's really easy.
I know what your round is.
Yeah. So, we're ready for round 2? If not, hit pause now and finish off your answers to Scott's first 6 questions.
Refill your pint.
Yeah, all those things. And when you're ready, hit play again. And we're going to do a picture round. So, this is the cake round. This is cakes. No. This is book covers, but I've covered all of the telltale information with cakes. So, half point for the title and half point for the author. And we're going with a number 1.
You didn't bring any cakes home. I mean, we can't eat these cakes afterwards.
No, they're figurative cakes,
Disappointing.
not literal cakes.
I want my cakes to be both figurative and literal.
Well, then you should bake more. So if you all had time for number 1, then a number 2.
Is there an Uber cake option?
Yeah, we can totally get cake by Uber.
Really?
I'm sure.
I wonder if there's a not evil version of Uber out there.
I don't think so. I think they all take like massive proportions of the takings from the small businesses.
I wonder if anybody thinks the best part of this video is our random rambling in between.
Oh, I hope not, because this is not even good conversation for like not being filmed. What to take it up to? Number 2. Are we doing a number 3 now? If you don't put the image in my little gesticulation, if you put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll probably just like cut and put the image in. And then just have you gestating.
Gestating. I'm not
Gestating.
gestating. That's not Scott trying to reveal something.
No, that's me not knowing how the English language works.
Yes.
Hey, do you want to know what I found out today? Up until the 15th century, the word girl referred to both sexes and meant child.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
random. I don't know if that's feminist or not, I just think that's weird.
And this is number 4.
I like how I can't move my hands in a straight line, look.
Yeah, that's really weird. It's got to be something to do with perspective. And number 5. These are all very tricksy.
I can't believe you've put this one in. I don't actually remember which one this is.
I haven't decided. It's the reality. And lucky last, number 6. And my hiccups.
Our dog suffers from hiccups all the time. He hates them. He gets
He
angry.
just gets so cross.
He's not an angry dog. But he more gets upset rather than angry.
He gets huffy.
Alright, so go take a bathroom break, massage your partner's feet, and Nell hates feet.
They're disgusting.
Better yet, have your partner massage your feet, because if they're not playing this quiz with you, they're a shit partner.
That's really harsh.
They could be a shit partner.
If you choose to berate them about not playing with you.
Basically, I'm on your side if you're watching this and your partner isn't.
Yeah.
Race riots, we want to see...
Uprisings.
Race uprising, we want to see more black people and less orange people. Isn't that his colour? I mean, it's not just about him. But...
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I just thought you were being ridiculous. Anyway, carry on.
No. It's a fake tan joke. Black authors currently dominate the New York Times bestsellers list, but on August the 1st, 1970, who became the first black author to make the list? And I'll give you a hint, that book was an autobiography, or memoir.
Memoir.
Not sure what the difference is.
Memoir's more fun to say.
It is. Ready. Nell just broke her computer.
Oh my
Did
god!
you see that?
Did you see it?
Okay, question number 2. What award links Nigerian author Wole Soyinka, St. Lucian author Derek Walcott, and American author Toni Morrison? So what award links those 3 authors?
I hope it's one that they all won instead of they all had to boycott because it was racist.
Yeah. What they did is they all played baseball with the award.
Oh my god. Things that you could do.
That would be good if you had so many awards you had to play sport with them instead of putting them on your shelf.
You had to.
Yeah, it's a requirement. We call this Oscar archery. This is where we turf the Oscar at a bullseye. Question number 3. Which Ralph Ellison novel shares its name with a H.G. Wells novel?
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Our dog is asleep.
He's so cute.
Much nicer than forcing me to play fetch.
You're just no fun.
I am no fun. Question number 4. In 2016, which book by a black author sold more than any other book in the world?
In the world.
Worldwide. That's right, a black author wrote the Bible.
Well.
Probably did, to be honest.
What's next?
Question number 5. Which influential black authors' books include Giovanni's Room, Go Tell It on the Mountain, and Notes of a Native Son? It's all happening outside today. I wonder if our microphone will pick any of that up.
I hope not.
I could just cut it out.
Well, and this very interesting conversation about it.
Yeah. It's thrilling conversation.
You're a thriller.
Do you know,
How are you not dancing to Thriller? How are you singing a completely different song?
my brain heard Thriller and then said, "Nah, you meant Beat It."
No, I didn't. I meant Thriller.
I I know.
You didn't sing Beat It. You sang something weird.
Actually, I sang the Weird Al Yankovic version of Beat It, which was Eat It. Because as a child, I listened to more Weird Al than I did Jack.
This is not shocking.
No, I don't think it is. I wonder if any of the young kids out there know who Weird Al is, or if he's now flown off into that obscurity bubble that he probably belongs in.
Yeah.
Question number 6. Which Nigerian author's debut novel is titled Purple Hibiscus? That's Purple Hibiscus. Bonus clue, they were born in 1977. Guess what now?
My turn.
My turn. Your turn.
It's my turn. So, this round I'm going to be reading final lines of novels. So, I'm going to read you the final line and it's your job to tell me what the novel is. So, the first one is... Oh, my girls, however long you may live, I can never wish you a greater happiness than this.
I feel like I've got size inferiority to you here.
Mine's bigger.
Yeah. That's threatening my masculinity.
Good. Beat it.
Was that a callback?
Yeah. Number 2. A last note from your narrator. I am haunted by humans.
I wonder if it's a ghost book. I mean, we should be haunted by ghosts, so therefore ghosts should be haunted by humans.
You're trying to give them sneaky hints, and I feel like that was a red herring.
I don't think that was a sneaky hint at all. I think that was just me talking crap.
Number 3. He was soon borne away by the waves and lost in the darkness and distance. Number 4. Are there any questions?
Yeah. What's the answer to question 3?
You think you're funny, but you're just wrong. You're so wrong. Number 5. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past.
Beat.
And number 6. The eyes and faces all turned themselves towards me, and guiding myself by them, as by a magical thread, I stepped into the room.
Man, I can't believe that I do all the editing and you did a pitch round.
Because I'm an asshole.
Okay. Bookish multiple guess. Right, it's multiple guess because you only get one guess.
Multiple choice? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say, but
Badly.
it's multiple guess.
Okay.
That's it. Multiple estimation. I'm just using words wrong now. Green Eggs and Ham has surprisingly few words. How many different words does it have? 35, 50, 77, or 99? There'll be somebody going, green eggs on ham. Sam, I am. Question number 2. What was the name of the Bronte sisters' brother? Was it Bramwell, Edgar, Germain, Heathcliff, or Kingston?
I don't think these need as big a gap.
You think that if they don't know, they just guess? Alright. Question number 12. Which famous dystopian author's brother was the first director of UNESCO? Was it George Orwell's brother, Aldous Huxley's brother, Anthony Burgess's brother, or Ursula K. Le Guin's brother? What's that?
So you see my glasses.
Oh, I thought you were making a... I only saw the last movement and I was like, This next one, this is my favourite question. I think if I ever die, this is a good way to go after you're dead. Which famous children's author is buried with chocolate and wine? Is it Beatrix Potter, Kenneth Grahame, Lewis Carroll, or Roald Dahl?
Did you legitimately say if I ever die?
Yeah. Who doesn't have hopes of immortality?
Okay.
However fleeting they may be.
That's terrifying. Anyway, carry on.
I never said I wasn't delusional. The first edition of Jane Austen's debut novel Sense and Sensibility credits the writer as who? Is it a lady? Is it Henry Austen? Is it Shakespeare's daughter? Is it a child of Bath? Or is it T. Egerton Publishing House, Whitehall? It's a lot of middle names, that last one. Do you know, this last one you helped me on, Nell.
Yes, because I'm clever.
You are. The longest sentence ever published was 823 words. Which famous babbler wrote it? Was it Herman Melville, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Victor Hugo, Charles Dickens, or James Joyce? I have gone for an author from a different country for all of them.
So my next round is dedicated to authors who only have one published novel. There's a few things to watch out for. One of these, you need to note that it's one complete published novel. We're not counting partials. And that two of these authors are still alive. So it's true as of today.
Also, novellas don't count.
Yeah, very specifically novels. Okay, so you get 1 point to name the novel, and 1 point if you can tell me the decade that it was published in. And I'm going to tell you the author. Ready? Our first author is Boris Pasternak. Pasternak? Pasternak.
Pasternak. Does that mean he has like spaghetti for dinner a lot?
Oh my god.
Or is it obvious?
It's like the worst jokes today. Author number two is Edgar Allan Poe. Oops.
Well, what have you done?
I've opened the keyboard with my tummy. Number three is Anna Sewell. Number four is Marianne Schaffer, or Schaefer. Kushan Takami is number five.
There will be writing here for you to read. That's really a bit dumb instructions.
And Catherine Stockett is my last one.
Stock it so I can buy it. Oh, we have to go through the answers now.
We're going to go through the answers.
Alright, so pause, go to the toilet, refill your drink,
Make sure you've got all your answers.
share a cheeky bet with the other team as to who won. Probably should have done that at the start, not the end, because you probably got a good idea. Let's go on with the answers. So the first round was, what author wrote the following characters? So the Artful Dodger, Estelle, Havisham, and Javis, Lorry are all characters from Charles Dickens. Artful Dodger is, of course, in Oliver Twist. Estelle Havisham is in Great Expectations, and Javis Lorry, A Tale of Two Cities. You don't get bonus points for naming the book, so it's just 1 point for Charles Dickens. Anybody who's a smarty pants has to wait till later rounds. Question number 2. Bathsheba, Everdene, Eustacia, Tess, Durbeyfield are from Far From the Madding Crowd, The Return of the Native, and Tess of the Durbeyfields, so they're all Thomas Hardy novels. Grace Marks, Laura Chase, and Snowman are all Margaret Atwood characters. Question 4. Mr. Harlequin, Tommy and Prudence Beresford, and Justice Lawrence John Wargrave are all Agatha Christie characters. Question 5. Natasha Rostova, Konstantin Dmitry Levin, and Ivan Ilyich are all Leo Tolstoy characters. Desdemona, Cordelia, and Macduff are all Shakespeare characters.
Cake round?
Cake round
So, our first cake question
was, remember this one? I don't know what our hands are doing.
it's The Hobbit.
Make sure you make that The Hobbit. Yeah, when you're editing.
Number 2 is Grapes of Wrath. Number 3.
Oh, they got a point for the authors.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
So The Hobbit is...
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. Grapes of Wrath is...
John Steinbeck.
Number 3 is The Robber Bride.
Margaret Atwood.
Yes. Number 4 is Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance
Mm-hmm.
by Robert Pirsig. Number 5 is To Kill a Mockingbird.
Harper Lee.
And the last one is that ever famous The Catcher in the Rye.
By Holden Caulfield.
No.
J.G. Salinger.
Both dickheads.
I think we can say that Holden Caulfield is the bigger dickhead of the two.
Can we?
I don't know.
I mean, Salinger created him.
I think we're in danger of going off topic here now because that's so unlike this channel. Round number 3. Black authors. The first black author to top the New York Times bestseller was Maya Angelou with I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Wole Soyinka, Derek Walcott, and Toni Morrison are the only 3 black authors to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. Ralph Ellison only wrote one... my tongue has not worked there. Ralph Ellison has only written one novel. That is The Invisible Man. 2018's best-selling book was Michelle Obama's Becoming. Which influential black authors' books include Giovanni's Room, Go Tell It on the Mountain, and Notes of a Native Son? That's James Baldwin. And which Nigerian author's debut novel is titled Purple Hibiscus? That's Chimamanda Adichie. I need it written down.
Chimamanda.
Here it is. That's Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
Okay. So, last lines of books. The first one was, Oh my girls, however long you may live, I never can wish you a greater happiness than this, which is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott.
Louis.
Potentially. A last note from your narrator, I am haunted by humans, which was the last line of The Book Thief by Marcus Suzak.
I didn't know that, and I've read that book.
Yeah, I thought that was an obvious one. He was soon borne away by the waves and lost in the darkness and distance is the last line of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Are there any questions?
No, there's not, Mrs. Atwood.
It is the last line of The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past, is the last note of The Great Gatsby.
There's another dick that we should be picking on for being a privileged wanker. I mean, come on, if we're going to pick on Holden Caulfield, we can pick on Gatsby.
I do think that is kind of the point, though.
Yeah, but...
The eyes and faces all turned themselves towards me, and guiding myself by them as by a magical thread, I stepped into the room, is the last line of The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath.
That was a depressing book.
Well,
generally. What books about mental health and suicide and those topics could be.
Sometimes they're uplifting. You're a judgy judge pants.
Alright.
Scott's last round.
My last round. Green Eggs and Ham has 50 unique words. The Bronte sisters' brother was Branwell. Which dystopian author's brother was the first director of UNESCO? Aldous Huxley had a real famous brother at the time who was like super into evolution and science and stuff, and he became the first director of UNESCO. Roald Dahl is buried with chocolate and wine. Sense and Sensibility was written by a lady, and with 823 words, the longest sentence ever published is in Les Miserables by Victor Hugo.
Okay, so one novel authors. Boris Pasternak wrote Dr. Zhivago, and it was published in 1957.
So 1950 will get you a point.
Edgar Allan Poe, his only complete novel was the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket in 1838.
See, this one tricked me because when you tested it on me, I said it was Murder in the Rue Morgue.
Which is a collection.
Oh, I thought it was a short story or something. Yeah, okay.
Anna Sewell wrote Black Beauty in 1877. So 1870s will get you a point for the decade. Mary Ann Schaffer co-wrote her only novel with her niece Annie Barrows. It was published in 2008, and it was The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society.
I missed that, and it's on my TBR.
Koshin Takami wrote Battle Royale, and that was published in 1999.
It's taken him a long time to write another book.
Yeah, and he's like 52 or something, so I don't know. Does he intend to write another one is the question, I guess.
Maybe he's dead.
No, he's not dead.
Oh.
He's one of the not dead people on this list. And the other not dead person on this list is Catherine Stockett, who wrote The Help, and that was published in 2009.
Does that mean Mary Ann Schaffer, who wrote the Potato Peel Society, does that mean she's dead?
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, that's really depressing.
Sorry.
Wow, well, it's just like a debut novel and then the author's dead. Like, going down that rabbit hole's leading nowhere.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Tell us your scores. What rounds did you like best? My questions or Scott's questions?
Don't compare us. We all know that I'm better. I don't think I'll win that battle, actually.
And tell us what you think. Do you want us to do another quiz? Was this too easy, too hard? Your thoughts, please, below.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Mwah.
Bye.